It's Bill, what you saw. Yeah. Bill and the mayor, Toddlin. Well, he's elected. He's newly appointed.
Hasn't Carlos stayed until the end of the month, or did they switch that?
They actually.
Sergio.
We are. It's Bill, what you saw. Yeah. Bill and the mayor, Toddlin. Well, he's elected. He's newly appointed.
Hasn't Carlos stayed until the end of the month, or did they switch that?
They actually.
Good answer.
Good afternoon. Where is Keith? Testing. There we go. Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome our harbor director to say a few words. Brad? Sure.
I don't need that. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Dana Point Harbor. What a beautiful day today. We're all so lucky to be here. If you guys can indulge me for just a moment, it would be great if we could have a moment of silence for our fellow county employees in San Bernardino from the events of a few days ago before we get started today. So just a moment of silence, please. Thank you very much for that. Moving along, I'd like to, on behalf of the Board of Supervisors, the County of Orange, our Vice Chairman of the Board of Supervisors, our 5th District Supervisor, Lisa Bartlett, I'd like to welcome everybody to Dana Point Harbor for this special day. And I really don't have much to say except for I'm glad everybody's here. I look forward to a wonderful presentation. I'd like to turn the microphone over to Barbara Johannes, the President of the Historical Society. Thank you.
And we thank Brad for reserving parking for us today, too. That was great. I want to introduce some of our elected officials that are here today, and with your help, I won't miss anyone. Of course, Supervisor Lisa Bartlett is here today, and without her support, we wouldn't be here with this plaque. And Assemblyman Bill Breaux is here from the 73rd District. Is your family here too, Bill? And Mayor John Tomlinson, newly elected Mayor, is here. And I also believe I saw Councilman Basorek here. There he is. Don Hansen is here, the first business owner in Dana Point Harbor. And his family is here, Donna and Mark. Dr. Christina Portillo is joining us today with 2 of her students, and we'll hear from her later too. And Tom Austinson, the president of the San Juan Capistrano Historical Society, is here. In addition to that, in the audience, I know I saw Wayne Rayfield, who's president of the South Coast Water District. And is there anybody else here from the South Coast Water District? And whom is Susan Hinman here? No. Susan Hinman is coming, and she's with the Municipal Water District of Orange County. Have I missed anybody? Thank you. So I am going to call on our first speaker, Assemblyman Bill Breaux, representing the 73rd District of California.
Well, thank you, Barbara. I just want to thank the Historical Society, Barbara's, and the board's leadership. What a strong organization for our community to have to keep our rich history alive with events like this. You guys are instrumental in the recently completed Town Center project. The lanterns that went up, all the street signs. You know, what a beautiful addition and a reminder of the founding of our city. So I just really want to thank the Historical Society for all the great work, from the public reading of 2 years before the Mass, keeping Dana's history and his life alive and what it means to our community. So thank you all for coming out today, and support the Historical Society, because they really do a lot of good work in Dana Point, like events like this. Thank you.
Thank you for those kind words. Next is Mayor John Tomlinson, and he has some remarks for us this afternoon.
Thank you, Barbara, and thank you, members of the Historical Society. I, too, want to welcome everybody and thank you for coming to this dedication. Richard Henry Dana, there was a book at my family's guest home for many, many years, and the first time I got my hands on it was about 48 years ago, and I think it was taken away from me before I ripped it up. So it's always been in our home, and it's been a marquee book in our house. And when my son and daughter were born, and they could first come down to the harbor, they always wanted to know who the statue was. And I said, well, there's a book down at the guest house, so if you want to read that, that'll tell you who he is. If you look on our city seal, you will see this statue, the likeness of it on the seal, along with a pilgrim. So that is a great part of our history here at Dana Point. And I want to thank again everybody for coming out and support the Historical Society, as Assemblyman Bill Breaux said. So with that, have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, John. How many people in this audience were here the day that the statue was installed? Can anybody tell me that they were here?
I think I was.
Well, there's a gentleman that was, and his name, of course, is Don Hansen, and he was the first business owner in Dana Point Harbor, and that was 1971?
Yes. I'm lucky I'm still here. She asked me if I could remember who was here. I can't remember who was here, because I can't remember. But anyway, there is no truth to it that I sailed with Richard Henry Dana. It looks like it, but I really didn't. And I did negotiate with the Indians for some hides, but that's another story. But I'm really proud to be here today on the dedication of this. And the Capistrano Historical Society is the one that put this thing together, which, if you realize that Capistrano has nothing to do with Dana Point, and Dana Point has nothing to do with San Juan. Is that right? Okay, I thought I'm getting their recognition out there in the audience. Yeah, well, I went to school in Capistrano before there was a school. Okay, well, anyway, thank you very much, folks, and you'll hear more about the Historical Society. We are starting our 47th year, Donna. 46th year in this harbor. So let's hope it goes another 46 years, and I can be here for that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John. So if you have any questions about the installation of the statue, check with Don. Supervisor Lisa Bartlett is the vice chair of the Orange County Board of Supervisors, and she represents the 5th District. And we'll have some words from her.
Well, it's great to be here today, and really the little community of Dana Point has come a long way in its history. I moved into the city in 1989, just as the city was getting incorporated. And when you think of all the great things that have happened with Town Center, our harbor revitalization project that'll be underway shortly, and now Doheny Village plan will be completed in short order, we've really accomplished a lot of great things in our 25-plus year history. As both the 5th District Supervisor and resident of Dana Point, I'm really honored to be part of this historic ceremony today. Dana Point is a small but unique community within Orange County, and we've got 7 miles of beautiful coastline, luxury resorts, and friendly small businesses that attract locals and tourists alike. making it a prosperous and thriving community with that small town charm, and we'd like to keep it that way. Although not incepted as a city until 1989, today we celebrate its founder's long and rich history with its bicentennial dedication. I have no doubt that Richard Henry Dana would be proud of this flourishing community. And with that, I'd like to welcome Dr. Christina Portillo, Principal of Richard Henry Dana Elementary School, to the stage, and two students, Serena and Gabriella, who are going to unveil our plaque.
Well, thank you. It is a privilege to be here. As I understand, back in 1972, we had two students from Richard Henry Dana Elementary that were here during the unveiling of the statue. So our student council representatives, we have Gabriela Santillan and Serena Raymond. And they are both here today to help unveil the plaque that is being dedicated in honor of Richard Henry Dana's bicentennial birthday. And it is very exciting for us at Richard Henry Dana. Every year our fourth graders study the book. They read all about Richard Henry Dana's life. They are very intimate with Richard Henry Dana, and they know very much the history of his life. So it is an honor for us to be here, particularly that the school has been very involved with this community, the city council, and learning about Richard Henry Dana, as we will be celebrating 50 years this spring. So thank you very much.
And as we have Serena and Gabriella unveiling the plaque, we are, of course, celebrating the bicentennial of our namesake, Richard Henry Dana, 1815 to 2015, author, lawyer, advocate, with appreciation to Les Remmers and the San Juan Capistrano Historical Society members who presented this sculpture to the people of Orange County in 1972. So, go ahead. Great. If we could unveil, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. At this time, I'd like to introduce Tom Austinson, President of the San Juan Capistrano Historical Society. Please welcome Tom.
Where's Tom? Tom is coming up. He's in the audience.
Okay. Tom is on his way up.
Thank you, Lisa.
You're very welcome. The mic is all yours.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. I have a few members of our board of directors. By the way, happy Christmas, and Merry Christmas, and Happy Hanukkah from the San Juan Capistrano Historical Society. I have Joyce Schoonover, who's our treasurer on the board of directors. Matt Gaffney, whose father was the first president of the San Juan Capistrano Historical Society, one of our directors. And our newest director, Harrison Taylor. His father was mayor at one time with San Juan Capistrano, and his wife is expecting a new baby boy here in a couple weeks. Our connection with both of the small towns of San Juan Capistrano and Dana Point is deep, goes back many, many years, even though we're a little older. Our hides from the ranch came down and were thrown off your bluff up here and taken away on the ships and made into great goods. Les Remmer and Gerald Gaffney had the vision to put a monument down here. We've given copies of the donors. There's also donors listed on the plaque to your left over here on the wall. You might want to take a look at that. And raised the $15,000 to have the sculpture made and put down here, and then the county obviously put in the rest of the facilities. We're excited to continue our partnership with the Dana Point Historical Society and are grateful that we were included today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tom, and thank to the San Juan Capistrano Historical Society members who gathered money together for this statue. I also have some other people in the audience that I wanted to recognize. Doreen Moorhead is here. She is the president and CEO of the Ocean Institute. Where's Dory? And they have been so instrumental and helpful with us in our celebration of Richard Henry Dana's bicentennial in August, and at the Tall Ships Festival, and when we had Jeffrey Amistoy, the author of the new biography on Dana, here to speak to us in September. Jim Miller is here, and he is the president of the Dana Point Harbor Merchants Association. Where is Jim? Is he here? Hi, Jim. And thank you for everything you do for our community. Randy Biddle is here. He's a maritime ship model historian who has shared his extensive research on the Brig Pilgrim with us throughout this year. Where's Randy? He's way in the back in the shade with his wife Rita. Dana cousins Kathy Carlisle, Faith Lawson, and Jane Lawson are here. I know Kathy's here, but they couldn't make it. Okay, they were going to try. And I also think that, let's see, I had someone else here from, who was it that we saw in the audience? Christy Kasigian is here. And Christy, you're representing Pat Bates. Senator Pat Bates could not be here today, and she sent Christy to represent her. And I also thought that possibly Jordan Marks was going to be here. Is Jordan here from Diane Harkey's office? No. Okay, so they didn't make it. I wanted to tell you a little bit about Les Remmers and some of the people who are on the plaques over here, way to the, would be your left. He visited clubs, schools, and corporations to raise the needed funds for this statue. Together with the members of the San Juan Historical Society, he raised over $20,000 in a 4-year period from 1967 to 1971. Today, adjusted for inflation, that would be $124,568.70 that you would have to get together to have this statue. There were many donors among this, obviously, and this is a neat little story. There was a student at Marco Forster Junior High School, Cynthia D. Pinnock, and Kirsten Reynolds did a little research on her for me, and her older sister Cassandra. And Cynthia got the idea after she heard Les Remmers that she could raise $100, or she and her sister could take $100 out of their mutual savings account, and in honor of their mother, Ruby M. Brown. So you're going to have to check over there on that plaque and see if Ruby Brown's name made it, because I looked for Pinnock and the girls didn't make it, or if maybe it was just included under the amount of money that Marco Forster Junior High raised for the statue. They wanted to honor their grandmother for all that she had done for the community and have her name engraved on these bronze plaques. So their $100 donation equates to $620 today. So when someone asked you to make a $100 donation today, think about these little girls in 1970-ish or so that made that donation. In addition to the many donations for the statue noted on the plaques left of the statue, the County of Orange prepared and landscaped this area for the sculpture at a cost of $50,000 then, which equates to a value of $311,425.75 for a total cost of $435,990 in today's dollars. How do I know that? The Bureau of Labor Statistics Annual Price Index says so, and an annual inflation rate of 4.15%, or 522% since this statue was installed. So we have not only the San Juan Historical Society and Les Remmers to thank, but we also have the County of Orange, represented today by our Supervisor Lisa Bartlett, and she herself is a former mayor of Dana Point. And they were thinking of the future and all of us today who can enjoy this, right? This park, this setting, and the other people who come here and learn who Richard Henry Dana was. So we are very pleased. We thank you for remembering our namesake today with your presence, and our thanks to Chairman Les Rummers and the San Juan Historical Society for their foresight in honoring Richard Henry Dana. We invite everyone here to the museum and for the reception. I also want to thank the members of the Dana Bicentennial Plaque Committee who worked with me to create this plaque. And they are Max Brown, Elizabeth and Bill Bamatry, Brad Gross, Rod Howarth, Keith Johannes, Kevin Van Fleet, Kirsten Reynolds, who has also created our Dana exhibit mentioned on the back of your program today, and all the Dana Point Historical Society Board of Directors and members who went with these plans and approved them. Special thanks to Pacific Signs for the manufacture and installation of the plaque. And we have a refreshment committee awaiting our arrival at the museum. And they are Judy Henderson, Heidi Hyde, and Marcia LaRusso. I also wanted to thank Bob Minty. And I hope you'll join with me, and he'll probably play us out of here as we leave. But the nautical music he is playing is on a historic concertina. It is a C. Jones Anglo concertina model 350 with flower bellows, and it was produced between 1860 and 1880 in the Commercial Road Borough of London and is considered a world-class instrument. It is likely that Richard Henry Dana Jr. would have heard such an instrument played in the 1860s. And see, Don, there is something older than you here today. Much older than you. With that, I want to thank everybody here and invite you to the museum. Oh, the speakers who spoke today, I have a little favor for you, so please don't leave with that or I'll have to carry these home.
Thanks for filming it, Joel.
If there is anybody who doesn't know the address of the museum, it's at City Hall on Golden Lantern and Acapulco.